15 countries in Africa were allowed to hold the SDG week at 23. But right now is when I'm loading. Oh, I was planning for something that big. Maybe I thought we were just planning, and now everyone is mentioning it, and I'm like, oh, it was big. Because I did not know about the SDGs, I had not understood, and that's how we are living. We want decisions to be made by others, and then they're brought to us. If you are not on the table, you are on the menu.
Hey, thank you very much. I do not want to be the menu, neither do I want to be on the menu. I want to be on the table where great things are being discussed. But I think she has said a great thing. I was going to say it towards the end, but now that she has said it, let me just emphasize it. That ignorance is one of the greatest problems that we have that can cause all of us to be caused to fight and even to cause the kind of insecurity that we have. As long as people do not know, then they are going to be taken advantage of. And most of the times, the young people are the ones that are going to be called, let's fight, let's do this. And because they don't know much, that is going to be a problem. And I think she is calling upon us to learn. She has said, learn about all these SDGs so that you know how to engage. Yes, madam.
My name is Marlene Ato. I'm part of the YP's organization. And what I've learned today is that violence is very systemic, it's very complex, and it cuts across boundaries. And the young people are at the center of all that is happening. We've seen this way back from the 2007 election violence up to the latest during the public participation gathering at Bomas recently. And the young people are the ones who are always at the center of all this. So from our speaker this afternoon, I've learned that it's high time we engage in meaningful engagement. Is more sustainable as compared to just participating. We come here, we attend the conference, and then we go back. But there is more that we can do as young people by meaningfully engaging in the conversations around peace and conflict. Yeah.
A very insightful thought there, that indeed we need to engage, and we need to find ways in which we can be able to engage in order for us to bring peace. One more, and then I'll make a few.
Thank you very much. I was the moderator of that session, and I liked what the two speakers and facilitators, ambassador, by the way, the Agnes from Marsabit, she's an ambassador of peace in Marsabit. And I liked how the approach that she used by going together, of course, with those who helped, the partners who helped them, by going to meet the Borana people, bearing in mind that she comes from Redile, and she was bold enough to go and meet them. So what I'm learning is, and when she went, actually from sharing, she thought that maybe they would not invite or welcome her, but many times we may be having issues within ourselves, and unless we get out of the box. And I think this is actually coming to the theme, that as long as we are not able to, we are going out to get out of the box, then of course things may work. Thank you very much. And also Kevin, who is also doing a lot of work in 5 counties. I think these young people deserve a clap in our style. Inclusive style.
Okay, wonderful. That's also very good. It seems as if this group did a lot of work, and they did a wonderful job. And indeed, you have beaten many others in many ways. You've had an opportunity to share where others may not have that opportunity. And that's great. I want to, I think he was tied to a tree, and a demon came and released it. What released it again? The donkey entered the field of a farmer and began to eat everything. The farmer's wife saw the donkey and was afraid that it would destroy the farm, took a rifle or a gun and killed it. The donkey's owner saw the dead donkey, got angry, and also took his rifle and fired at the woman and killed her. When the farmer got home and saw that his wife had been killed, he also killed the donkey's owner. The donkey's owner's sons, seeing that their father was dead, burned the farmer's field. The farmer, in retaliation, killed them. When they asked the demon what he had done, he said, I did nothing. All I did. So let's not be fooled into fighting people and thinking that by fighting them you are solving the problem. Most of the times you're not solving. In fact, you're making it worse. You remember what Mother Teresa said, that an eye for an eye does what? Will eventually lead to all of us being what? Blind. Because you remove my eye, I remove yours. And then what is going to happen? And I think the whole issue about insecurity starts very small. A very small thing, a donkey. In fact, usually when I tell this story, I say, just tie the donkey back. If it was untied, can you imagine if the first person just tied it back? Would we have gotten into all this bloodshed and all that animosity? It would not have happened. And therefore, I think we can be able to solve some of our biggest issues here, and then we have the other group. I'm thinking instead of waiting, we better proceed. It is easier so that we do not waste a lot of time, and we need to finish with this presentation so that we can go forward. They will find us proceeding. So allow me to invite, first of all, to appreciate the first group that came back. We will begin with that one. They were ready, they were here on time, they kept time, and therefore, as a way to reward them, we're going to ask them to go first. And this is a group that was led by Canon Scholar, who was leading the group dealing with the next generational leadership, youth as game changers, transition strategies. And the facilitators there, like I had said, were Kelvin and Agnes. And I listened in to all the groups, chaired the Department of Theology. During defenses, I used to say, I will give you 7 minutes and your time starts now. So your time starts now.
Thank you so much, Daktari. We were in the first group, which was focusing on the next generation. It was being moderated, we were being moderated by Canon Scholar, and the atmosphere there was very youthful and also intergenerational, but most young people joined us because it focused on issues that mostly affect young people from a real sense. So we had two presenters, Kelvin Lena, who is a student here and the founder and CEO of YP's Kenya, which is a NGO, a group that deals more with issues touching on quality education, climate action, and gender and youth affairs. He is also a writer and a poet, though he did not have much time to do for us a poem, but definitely he would have been given a good time, he could have done it. The second present Marsabit, where there has been an inter-ethnic clashes, particularly from her side of the ethnic group of Rendile and the other side of Borana. And she gave mechanisms and methodologies that they have used to foster a sustainable community where there is peace and cohesion. Kelvin Lena, who was our first presenter, 63 agenda. And he gave an aspect of youth and the space and our place as young people in all that matter of sustainable development and African Union 2063 agenda. He gave particular methodologies which include use of education, sensitization, which can be used to meet this sustainable goal into a present future. He touched on also matters concerning climate change and inequalities, and matters concerning African security affairs, where he focused on militarization, which has at a greater side destabilized our peace. He suggested another approach which we can use, that is human development rather than militarization. He touched also on traditional security approaches. As it is said, it has their own limitation, and also militarization also has a deep and significant